Hey everybody, Daniel from the Venza Dutch office. Good to see you again for another reaction video. Here for your entertainment to watch industry professionals sweat it out because they don't know what the subject's going to be. Fear is in their eyes, and we're going to just find out what happens here in a second. But before I do, I have to introduce my pal, Sean Shields from the Atlanta office. He brought Rocky out. Rocky, oh, he's giving kisses. All right, so let's find out who is in the hot seat. Let's start with you, Tim. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name is Tim Thilleman. I'm with MIS Computer. I'm the Director of Operations. We're a managed service provider, help desk with IT across the country in the hospitality environment, as well as manufacturing and healthcare.
Awesome. Good to have you, Tim. Conner, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Conner Erwin with Before Check-In. I'm based in Austin, Texas, and we help secure card not present payments for hotels.
Important stuff as well. Good to have you two gentlemen. So you guys very knowledgeable about a lot of things. We're going to throw something at you that we don't, well, who knows what it's about. So here we go. Sean's going to share his screen. All right. So every other reaction video, we share something from our friends over at Skift. Lots of great content. So I saw this for the first time today. I don't know how I missed this article from 15th of September, but I think it's fascinating. Airlines. So looking at the airline industry, 4 airlines, budget airlines in 2020 generated more revenue from upsells than from actual ticket sales. Now, that is amazing to me. I think that's amazing. So my question to you guys is this a model that hoteliers need to be looking at? I mean, the bring the price way down and then upsells. And we've talked about value plus selling in the past and commercial models, but I cannot believe that. And it also talks about some of the other larger airlines seeing, significant increases in upsells. What do you think? Is this something that the hotels should be looking hard at? Let's start with you, Conner. What do you think?
I'm going to give you a straight answer first, and the answer is no. And the reason why I'm going to say a hard no on this one really boils down to it's not comparable. When you look at an airline, you look at a Spirit, you look at an Allegiant, you're talking a glorified school bus. Sometimes you might have chickens running down the aisle and charging people.
Who brought their goat to this?
Yeah. People bring goats. You never know what you're going to get on one of those airlines. They're charging people to bring their purse. If a kid puts in headphones, they're going to charge you $5 extra. They charge for every little bitty thing.
Nickel and diming.
Nickel and diming, and it's really because as a consumer, I think, in my opinion, I'm willing to forego that in order to get from A to B on my schedule at a price that works for me for whatever that particular event is. When it comes to staying at a hotel, I don't have that level of compromise. I'm not gonna walk into a place for $20 a night and expect to have a bed that's not full of things that you want
a washcloth? It'll be $1.
Right. Yeah. I think we have essential needs when it comes to showering and sleep that are not going to be accommodated in that kind of environment. And in the end, you'd have a lot of unhappy people leaving the hotel. Probably more chargebacks than what the hotels are already experiencing as a result, and I don't think it would work.
You're on a plane, finite period of time, you can deal with some discomfort and some lack of convenience, but you stay the night or multiple nights, not the same environment. All right, Tim, you with Conner? You again?
I'm going to go, in order to make this interesting, I'm
Be the contrarian, Tim.
yeah. So I'm going to make
Take off the gloves.
As my boss and president of our company says, you always got to find the yes in everything and never say no. So I'm going to say yes. Okay. And why I'm going to say yes is that I think everything has multiple levels. Okay. In our society, we have multiple levels of how we are actually catering to the public and what that public looks like. So budget airlines, right? There are strictly rules for budget airlines, and the reason why travelers are traveling through budget airlines is the point is to get from point A to point B, pure and simple. There are going to be the frugality, and I used humility before, but I'm going to use frugality now. So there is the frugality of customers that go out there and say, boom, you can nickel and dime me, but I'm bringing my own peanuts. You can nickel and dime me, but I'm going to fit all of my clothes into one small bag. Okay, because I'm going to get away with it, and I'm going to feel good at the end of the day that I got away with it. And that's that. Then couple that with the non-frugal airlines, you're always going to have the clientele like in the series Succession that have their own private jets and everything like that. They're gonna do that. You know, they're going to get on their private airlines and private hotels. But moving into hotels, right? So that environment of hotel. So it's an interesting concept. I tried it myself once, and the Europeans have been doing it forever. But I went to the Pod Hotel in New York. I said, let's just try to see what it's like to be in a minimalistic environment and see if I deal with it. And actually, I enjoyed it. I didn't feel any pressure. I didn't have any sense of obligation that I must use every square inch of this room. I must go in that oversized tub because I paid for that and I'm going to use it. I must use the pure HD quality of TV reception and cast my content because it is allowed and given to me to use, and I must use that. Instead, I said, well, I'm here for business. I'm here to do what I need to do. I really just need to sleep. I need a place to take a shower. I need to hang up my bag. And then I need to go out in the nearest tavern to have a beer and chat with clients and network. That's all I'm here for. Simplicity. And yet, at the end of the day, it was such an easy price tag to hold.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed it. Most people said, how could you deal with that?
Did they try to upsell you on on certain things where you
sure.
like,
so
if you wanted another towel, you had to pay or?
They didn't, not on that aspect, but yes, every other detail, if you wanted that bigger room per se, or if you wanted that extra bed, or if you needed that, extra set of XYZ. Yes, they had outlets there. They had, ability to sell you a lot of food and beverage items to be able to take up to your room. There was a lot of those capacities to upsell you on that level. But I think more importantly, and I know I don't want to overtalk because Conner, I want you to jump in here, but more importantly, partnerships are what lead to actually to explode the business in entirety. So not one entity, the hotel can't run on itself. It's the partners that actually make the individual the stronger in the long run. So coupling that by offering all of the ancillary upsells is about partnering with these other individual businesses that make into this nucleus of a business. And I think that in itself is really what works and wins the day.
And they can be local, and those partners, if they're local, they can make it for a more unique experience rather than something right out of the box. Yeah, exactly. Conner, what are your thoughts?
I'm kind of bouncing back to the original question, and Tim kind of brought up in a way like square footage. We didn't really talk about chain scale or service level in there, but when I think of an economy airline, I immediately think of an economy hotel. So we're talking, very, very limited service, no breakfast, maybe an apple in the lobby. And I think your experience, I'm guessing you're talking about, New York, where you may have gone to a hotel and there was no front desk. So, I think that's a little bit of a different animal. If you can provide a quality product a more minimal product at the same quality, yeah, I think there might be some room for that. But are we going to take the economy hotels of the world, lower the prices more, deliver the same product, and then upsell, taking a shower? No.
I want to start, Sean. That's the next idea. The app.
I think having like a kind of like if you're trying to fill your car tires with air, one of those kinds of machines, but have that machine next to the shower. And so, if you want to, like, you get 30 seconds of a shower for a quarter. You just have to have a stack of quarters. You get shampoo in your hair. Not really a concern for me, but for others, you got to have a stack of quarters there. You got to make sure you have time to rinse off.
It was kind of before my time or when I was a little boy, but I remember Lampoon's Vacation and Chevy Chase feeding quarters into a machine and the bed starts going
the bed's shaking. Yeah, exactly. I think they do that. They were starting to do that with Wi-Fi too. Putting the corner in so you could have Wi-Fi. Not a bad idea.
Well, thank you guys for your candid reactions and being brave enough to join one more reaction video. Appreciate your giving us your feedback. Sean, any parting words of wisdom?
Nothing that's going to compare to.
This is the scariest part of my day.
Yeah, nothing that's going to compare to magic fingers. But I've been using upselling. I've been using upselling for years with my kids. You don't leave any garbage. You move up from the back seat to the front seat. You can ride with dad. If you leave garbage in the front seat, then you're reverted back to the back seat. It's all like you do your chores, front seat riding. Don't do your chores, you're in the back seat, maybe even third row. So it's like the old station wagon. No seat belts, you just roll around in the back.
Besides the view.
Yeah. Kids always want to ride in the front seat. I don't know what it is. They just think they've grown up. Now I'm in the front.
That rapper. You're relegated.
And you get them to compete against each other. The other kid feels superior. See, it all works out.
Loyalty program. Dad's loyalty program. So you should be tapping that. Create an app.
That's a good app, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Well, very good. Thank you, fellas. Have a super day. Appreciate it. And everybody out there, thanks for watching this reaction video.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.